Hello, everyone. This is Dawn here a little sooner than I anticipated, but I need to share something for us all. I'm going to go ahead and do a quick catch-up video. May share more on this later, but just wanted to say hello to everyone here. I know that my videos only make it to about 10 of you. Thank you, Google. Hey, Google. So I've actually been in California. Another story, very interesting. Only door that was open to me, and as usual, angels and God provided, and thought, well, there must be a reason why here. And I figured the place I've been staying is on the San Andreas Fault, so I thought, because I've done so much with the Earth in previous trips, I thought that was perhaps what it was about, but it turns out it's about the people. And I was placed in a place that is connected to a lot of things, which I will possibly share about later. But right now, I'm going to share a passage from the Bible. So tune me out if you don't want to hear it. And I trust that this will be received by those who do appreciate the wisdom and the true stream that is within what perhaps has been corrupted. And I'm very passionate about the fact that we don't need to discard everything, as you know, if you've watched this channel. So this, I don't have time to share the context of the last month at the moment. I will just catch you up just to say that as many of us have been going through my own transformation, in December of last year, my longtime partner, Tim, passed away suddenly, and it's very difficult. He was a light that so many people just didn't see. And I know, you likely know someone like that. Perhaps you are someone like that. And so I'm still, I'm still grieving that loss, but at the same time, I'm very grateful for whatever's next, although that's very uncertain. I moved from the place that we shared together and in transition, about to leave here, and we will see what is next. So I will come back with an update, and I do have some other things to share about, like the last year. So I'll have to figure out, I've really been, just checking in, and almost always when I'm asked to share something, there's the invitation that I can do that in tandem with other messages. And I have seen a few other messages. Thank you so much for those of you who have shared those regarding maybe, again, I don't even exactly know the specifics. I know a little bit about my month here. But I want to share from 2 Corinthians. This is a passage from 2 Corinthians chapter 4, and I'm just going to read to you, okay? Therefore, since through God's mercy we have this ministry, we do not lose heart. Rather, we have renounced secret and shameful ways. We do not use deception, nor do we distort the word of God. On the contrary, by setting forth the truth plainly, we commend ourselves to everyone's conscience in the sight of God. And even if our gospel is veiled, it is veiled to those who are perishing. The God of this age has blinded the minds of unbelievers. Let me read that again. The God of this age has blinded the minds of unbelievers so that they cannot see the light of the gospel that displays the glory of Christ, who is the image of God. For what we preach is not ourselves, but Jesus Christ as Lord, and ourselves as your servants for Jesus' sake. For God, who said, "Let light shine out of darkness," made his light shine in our hearts to give us the light of the knowledge of God's glory displayed in the face of Christ. But we have this treasure in jars of clay to show that this all-surpassing power is from God and not from us. We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed. We always carry around in our body the death of Jesus, so that the life of Jesus may also be revealed in our body. For we who are alive are always being given over to death for Jesus' sake, so that his life may also be revealed in our mortal body. So then death is at work in us, but life is at work in you. It is written, I believed, therefore I have spoken. Since we have that same spirit of faith, we also believe and therefore speak, because we know that the one who raised the Lord Jesus from the dead will also raise us with Jesus and present us with you to himself. All this is for your benefit, so that the grace that is reaching more and more people may cause thanksgiving to overflow to the glory of God. Therefore, we do not lose heart. Though outwardly we are wasting away, yet inwardly we are being renewed day by day. For our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but on what is unseen, since what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. So the message is this. It's simple, really, and that is this passage, in particular now through the summer solstice, which is, I think, the 20th or 21st of June, so this next couple of weeks here. It's imperative to root ourselves in the light that we are and to fix our eyes on what is eternal. And so I was shown, this came up the first time when I encountered I don't want to go into the detail, but I encountered, let's just say, evidences of some not positive actions, a plan, not for the betterment of all souls. And so what I saw was eternity and this giant infinity loop. And that, as a symbol, I believe, if we can hold on to that in our hearts, that can lead us forward in a way that is the most connected that we can be through any sort of turbulence or difficult passage. So that passage I just read talks about we hold this treasure in jars of clay. And why is this? So jars of clay, of course, feet of clay and human breakable, right? Yet we hold the treasure. Fix your eyes on the treasure, the light and the life and the love that you are. Even and especially if you have, perhaps, as all of us do, failed to do that in some way in the past, or unknowingly or knowingly been a part of a more deceptive or as we all do, participate in sort of this culture of collusion that I've talked about before. And so the simple invitation is to every day reaffirm the light that you are, regardless of what is seen. Trust in the unseen knowing of who you are. Anchor into that from within and remain in that light to the highest degree possible. And that can be so challenging when you do encounter things that are negative to any degree, whether they seemingly are coming from another individual, from a group, from a system, from a society, from a government, from a country, from cosmic forces that are not operating for good, from anywhere, from yourself. So that infinity loop, I've heard it called a Mobius strip before, and so on the coast, not far. I'll probably actually be there tomorrow. I'll film a little bit if I get a chance, take a quick video if that works out. But think of those waves, right? They come crash in. They're huge waves. And actually, I'm going to go to the place where they do that. I forgot what it's called, but the big surfing competition. And so as those waves crash to the shore, imagine that you are riding those waves, but your light is not dependent on whether you get thrown off by those waves, whether you fall off, whether you think all is lost and we are all drowning. It's not dependent on whether you can win the championship and ride the wave better than anybody else. No, it's in the daring to live. And I've talked about this before, but that is why Jesus came, and all great masters, to include you and me, not there. We're all on the way there, and certainly we're not, most of us are not on that level. I'll speak for myself. I'm certainly not. But the life that flows within us is the key. The pulse of creation that one can feel regardless of what else is happening. So the other thing, I might share more about this at a different time, but the trees here, in the midst of, kind of being with what I've been being with on my own personal journey, and also, whatever service I can offer to the collective, the trees have really been speaking to me. They all have little eyes, and that's it. I mean, trust me, this is it's a surveillance state, and I don't just mean California here. I mean, sorry about that. I was painting today. I don't just mean California. I mean our world. And the trees, though, these beautiful trees with these eyes that see, what is it that these 2,000-year-old trees here, these sequoias, who, by the way, live in family groups. I'll tell you what, I will later put a link down. I'm going to share something that I've discovered, because the trees have really been my reconnection through a couple of things that I've needed to do here. I've been good, and healing, going through my, continuing to go through my grieving process, and trusting in life as much as I'm able to do so. But also, the trees have really been working with me, and yet they are the trees, not what I expected when I came to California. I kind of figured it'd be, the cracks in the land, that would, there would be rumbles, and there have been rumbles, but not where I am. But yeah, Mother Earth is rumbling. Let's just say that. But the trees themselves have been a real comfort, and I've been, reflecting on these 2,000-year-old trees that, have been the witnesses to humanity and all of these acts that have happened on the land, near where I am, but in the trees where you are also. And not just the trees, it's all creation. So I am rambling a bit, because I just want to not go into too much detail here, and I, again, don't exactly know. I just know that the timeliness was super important. I didn't plan to make a video right now, so I apologize for being a little not prepared, but literally it was I got the nudge this morning, and I was just no, I'm gonna I have a plan to do that, near the solstice. And anyway, I just needed to share this. I hope that something there has been helpful. And again, remember that passage I just read is all about not losing heart. So remember God's love and mercy if you are a believer of the life of Jesus. And the impulse of creation and what is eternal, and fix your eyes on what is eternal.